Hi everyone, in previous episodes I taught you how to draw some basic stuff in perspective and also how to draw a cube. So in this one we're gonna learn how to draw a more advanced composition out of some different shapes, and I will be drawing it on A3 format, and I will be using pencils like H, B, 2B and something softer like 4B. So prepare something like this, and also you can go on a bigger format. It doesn't have to be A3. If it's easier for you to go bigger, do it. So yeah, let's do this and see how it goes. So I've prepared this cross section of the entire composition so that you understand what we're gonna draw, and I'm gonna start with the horizon line, which is at the top of the paper, and we're still gonna start from the bottom like the last time, and we're gonna draw a cube. Then we're gonna transform it into the prism with the octagonal base, but this will be later on. You're gonna see everything, but right now we start from the beginning. Since the horizon line is at the top and this cube is really far away, the ellipses will be looking very weirdly. They will be so stretched out, so be careful while drawing it to make it very precise, because otherwise they will turn out completely wrong. You can see, even though I've made a lot of drawing like this, I still mess up and I needed to correct the shape and the size of the entire ellipse few times, so don't be mad while you can't get it right from the beginning, because I'm also not doing it right from the start. So right now I am dividing everything like in the last tutorial. So I have this one square, I divide it into 4 smaller ones. I am dividing it into half and finding those points which will help me to draw an ellipse. After I'm done drawing an ellipse, I am doing the lines which are tangent to the ellipse and going straight into the vanishing point outside of the paper. I just thought it will look very nice, and then I am finding the other vanishing point, which is actually at the corner of this paper, or almost at the corner of this paper, and that's how I found the base of the cube. This is the hardest part and it looks crazy, but yeah, it is correct. And right now I am moving to drawing the ellipse on the, the upper ellipse. After that's done, I can finally draw the walls, and fortunately everything was straight and I didn't have to really erase anything that much. So yeah, if you have space between the wall and the ellipse, it means that this is incorrect and you need to correct something in it. And right now I am dividing all the walls into 3 parts like in the last video, because we want to find this octagonal shape. And I am starting from the back, because if you do it otherwise, if you start with the front, maybe at first it will be easier, but doing the back will be horrible. So just start with the back and then move forward. I am also changing the pencil into a softer one because it will make darker lines and the drawing will be more visible. So just mark where the walls are. So right now you can see I am doing last wall and I am connecting all the lines, and I've created a base. And that's how this shape looks. I think it is so cool and more advanced than the last tutorial, so you have a chance to think more and do something more like spectacular, let's say. Now we move to the next solid. We will draw a cylinder that is immersed in this prism, and this will be so much fun, so stay with me. It will be much easier than drawing the first one. I wanted the first one to be more difficult and the other one will be much easier and much faster, so you'll see the result also faster. So yeah, just don't give up yet. it will be all cool, all good. So what I am drawing right now is a square which is the same size as the first square I did to draw this prism. So I am also like trying to draw it a bit above the first prism to create the place where it will be like immersing. So I am also adding a bit to the height, like half of the square, to make it higher, taller, and you know. And right now I am drawing the ellipses at the top and at the bottom, and that's basically it. It is much faster, as I said. Let's finish it, and the immersing part will be the hardest to find all the lines and how it works, so we'll get to it in a second. So after we finish drawing the ellipse, we have the situation where the cylinder is sitting on top of the prism, and right now I am elongating the cylinder to create the place where the cylinder is immersing into the prism we drew it before. Basically, I draw a straight line across the place where it's immersing, and I am making darker all the lines which are like the corners basically of this composition, and that's basically it. It looks really interesting, so I am very happy with the result, how it is looking right now. And right now we're gonna move to the next solid. Right now this solid will look very different. I decided to draw something like a stair which is upside down, and you don't really need an ellipse to do this, but I was like working and figuring out everything as I go, so I didn't know I will end up with this shape, so I did this ellipse. But if you are drawing what I draw, you don't have to do this. I will draw this solid, this prism, and then just cut some part off. So right now we have this prism, and I am cutting out this 1/4 of this wall, and that's how it looks. What's more difficult here is the part which is like immersing with the cylinder, and we have to just draw an ellipse in place where it's meeting. So that's what I'm doing right now. Here I am drawing an ellipse, and I am not drawing all those lines. I am just repeating the shape from the top ellipse. I'm just checking the size of it, and yeah, you don't have to do it once again. And here I wanted to remind you from the beginning, as I said, this kind of drawing is very repetitive, and it is basically based on those ellipses and these few exercises of drawing the circles and ellipses and doing the cubes. So everything is the same. It's basically what you want to do, how many parts you want to cut, how big this ellipse will be, and what shape you want to achieve. But everything is like based on those few methods, few things. So it is really, I think, simple, to be honest. If you practice and do a few compositions like this, you will be amazing in it. So yeah, that's how I draw it, and everything right now is like ellipse, a straight line, doing a cylinder, doing a sphere, doing a cone based on those ellipses. So right now at the top I am doing a sphere, and it is based on the square, so just check if every line is like perfect. And yeah, right now I want to create like top part which is based on the cone, and the sphere which is immersing, and the line of the immersion will be very like difficult actually to draw correctly. So I am actually guessing how it looks. You don't have to do this part if you don't want to, if you don't understand how it's looking, because it is really hard to explain and actually to draw correctly. So yeah, that's how it looks when I drew it. Yeah, but I think it is not the most useful thing, like you don't have to know how to do this. And right now I am just shading everything, and you can I've showed you already how to do the shadows, but this one is really difficult, so you can leave it linearly. It is all good if you are at this step, but I won't be explaining everything in here because it will take a lot of time. And yeah, in some places even I don't know if this is totally correct, because yeah, it doesn't have to be like ultra sharp edges and everything perfect. I think if it looks correct to the eye and it is not too artificial looking, if the mistakes aren't like striking, it is good enough for a drawing like this. So yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed my video, I hope you like my drawing, and I hope this tutorial was useful for you. If it was, please consider subscribing to my channel. I will upload more tutorials like this in the future. I will try every week, but sometimes lives get into the schedule and I can't do anything about it basically. So yeah, I will see you next time, and bye.